the goalkeeper David Raya. Um, Raya didn't really have much to do, to be fair. Um, he saved us a couple times from the spot, but not today. But I'm not going to mark that down. It's a penalty, you know, you're meant to score them. Generally, didn't really have any saves to make. You know, he didn't really have many saves to make. He just, when he was called upon for the penalty, he didn't, the player scored it as opposed to he didn't save it. You're not supposed to save them. So Raya, mid, he gets a 5. And Timber, I thought Timber, especially in the second half, was pushing, was trying very hard, um, trying to make something happen, but just weren't working out. Defensively, he was defending against Dumfries. I felt he dealt with Dumfries well, to be fair. Not an easy task. He's such a physical guy, such a strong guy. Handled him well. So yeah, but he gets a 6. Saliba, again, I can't really remember him being troubled. I can't really remember any time an Inter Milan player troubled him. He had his headers, he cleared his headers, his aerial duels. Really a nothing performance. He weren't really called upon. Too tough. So yeah, mid 5. And Gabriel, the same again. Other than collecting the yellow card earlier in the game, I was a bit worried that he might forget himself and get it red. But I think he dealt with it again well. Wasn't really troubled again. Um, and yeah, again they scored from a penalty, from a free kick given away from Saliba. I don't even think that was even a free kick, but hey. So yeah, now I think another mid 5, and then Ben White. Ben White not overlapping. I don't know whether or not that is. I don't know whether that is instructions from the manager or whether or not him not trying to get in the game or him not able to get in the game. But when he overlaps, it frees Saka a bit more. You always see 2 men on Saka. If Ben White overlaps, it kind of takes that second man away. Didn't really do that. So yeah, he gets a 4 for me, man. He gets a 4. And then in midfield, we'll start with Marino. Came off in the first half. I don't know what that was about. It's his handball that led to the penalty. I didn't think it was a penalty, but it was given yesterday, so I'll mark it. I'll give them that for consistency. But again, I don't know. I don't know what he's good at. I really don't know what he's good at. Um, he had that chance with the header. We got to it before the goalkeeper. Should have made a better effort out of it, but he didn't. So yeah, Moreno 4. I'll mark him as a 4, man. Take that 4 with you, man. And then um, we have Partey. Partey didn't play bad, to be fair, especially when we had the ball a lot. He kept recycling, keeping hold of the ball, making sure that passing the ball out wide. Just general midfield play. He didn't really put a foot wrong to say, but didn't create either. Didn't force anything. So yeah, Partey, man, take this 4, man. Trossard, another stinker. Another stinker. He didn't play as bad as you did against Newcastle, but it's another stinker. By your levels, like the technical side of it, everyone praises you for. You're good with the ball at your feet. You're good. You take good shots. Um, Good finisher, but we're not seeing that. Obviously, because you had to interchange with Havertz a lot, coming in deep, and then no did he, and then going back up front. But again, I didn't really see anything from you today. So yeah, catch a free, man. Take this free, man. Take this free. Um, and then the front three, Martinelli. I thought he had a good game, to be fair. Um, Putting the balls in, putting the balls in. He put that ball in for Moreno, and yeah, he was doing a lot of that today, man. I never question his defensive work. He's always there defensively, especially like when there when we're being counted. He's always the first man to rush back. I didn't think he had a bad game, so I'll give him a 6. Um, and then who else we've got? We've got Havertz. Havertz was shit today, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Havertz was shit today. I can't. He had that chance. He had the one chance, and it was blocked, or the Berserk got in the way of the shot. But you've got to finish that, man. You're fucking 7 yards out, 6 yards out. You got to finish that. Do you know what I'm saying? And when he drops in deep, like I said, he's very, very bland. He doesn't offer nothing in the way of creativity, and that's what kills us. If you're gonna have, if you're gonna have a, if you're gonna have a player who's gonna drop into midfield, you're not you're dropping into midfield to create something, to find a pass. He doesn't do that. You give the ball to him, he gives it back to you. You give the ball to him, he gives it back to you. Doesn't really create much. He had that one shot, cross stroke shot. I don't think he meant it to be a shot, but I was heading in, and the keeper clawed it out. But yeah, other than that, I don't really see much from Havertz, man. Yeah, he holds a 4. And then Saka, again, we're forcing everything through him. I think Saka's at his best when Odegaard is playing, and that frees him up. That gives him a lot more invention. He doesn't have that, and you would hope if Odegaard's in there, then you can have possibly Ben White overlapping. Ben White, I didn't really see much of his overlapping today, which doesn't really help Saka because you got 2 3 man on you. I mean, the boy is good, but he's not that fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one is that good. You're being marked by 3 players in a very tight space. Your job's almost impossible, man. Yeah, but Saka holds give him a 5. I give him a 5. And then the subs that came on, Jesus, again, Jesus doesn't really offer much. Jesus doesn't offer much, man. Jesus doesn't offer much at all. Like, it never comes on, never gives you that confidence of like, oh yes, this guy's gonna come and do something different. Nothing. I did say Champions League, he does better in the Champions League, but nothing from him. And then Zinchenko, what? Jesus, mid, innit? Mid 4, gets a 4. Zinchenko offers nothing. He gets a 2. I'm not even gonna go into that. And when Harry came on, he looked lively, he looked sharp. He didn't hide. He was always looking for the ball, creating space for himself, which is a great quality to have, especially for a player his age, in this stage, away at this stadium. He didn't look phased by it. He would have, honestly, I really feel this guy would have done a lot better coming on earlier. But Arteta didn't trust him in that. For me, mid 5. And then the captain came on, Odegaard, with a few minutes to go. Can't really give him a rating there. Too little time to judge. Only positive is he's fit. Hopefully we'll see him for the Chelsea game. So yeah, I'm not going to give him a rating for that. That's it. We're shit right now. I know I ain't even going on Twitter yet, but I know what I'm going to see on Twitter is going to be Arteta out. So that's what it's going to be. But honestly, honest assessment, Inter were in like pre-game, I did have us to lose, but then watching how the game panned out, we could have beat this team. We could have beat them. Nothing special. Won by a penalty. Let's keep it real. I can be sensational and say, yeah, we was fucking shit.